Hello and welcome to Buzz Around the Globe. BRICS leaders meet in South Africa to discuss how to turn a loose club of nations, accounting for a quarter of the global economy, into a geopolitical force that can challenge the West's dominance in world affairs. BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who faces an international arrest warrant over alleged war crimes in Ukraine, will not join leaders from Brazil, India, China, and South Africa, rich country allies who promote international norms they enforce but don't always respect. Expansion is expected to be high on the agenda, as some 40 nations have shown interest in joining, either formally or informally, according to South Africa. They include Saudi Arabia, Argentina, and Egypt. China, seeking to expand its geopolitical influence as it tussles with the United States, wants to enlarge BRICS quickly, while Brazil is resisting expansion, fearing the already unwieldy club could see its stature diluted by it. Russia needs friends to counter its diplomatic isolation over Ukraine, and so is keen to bring in new members, as is its most important African ally, South Africa. India is on the fence. In a nod to the bloc's African hosts, the theme of its 15th summit is BRICS and Africa, emphasizing how the bloc can build ties with a continent increasingly becoming a theater for competition between world powers. BRICS nations are keen to project themselves as alternative development partners to the West. China's foreign ministry said BRICS sought to reform global governance systems to increase the representation of developing countries and emerging markets. The bloc's new development bank, NDB, wants to de-dollarize finance and offer an alternative to the much-criticized Bretton Woods institutions, but it has approved only $33 billion of loans in nearly a decade, about a third of the amount the World Bank committed to disbursing just last year, and has recently been hobbled by sanctions on member Russia. South African officials say talk of a BRICS currency, mooted by Brazil earlier this year as an alternative to dollar dependence, is off the table. With 40% of global population, the BRICS carbon-intensive nations also make up about the same share of greenhouse gas emissions. Officials in Brazil, China, and South Africa said climate change may come up, but indicated it wouldn't be a priority. BRICS countries blame rich nations for causing most global warming and want them to take on more of the burden of decarbonizing the world's energy supply. China was accused of blocking climate discussions at the G20, which it denied. Do tell us what you think about this video in comments section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.